it comes to amazing work, I mean, you got Hic Dog here. Okay, Hic Dog, what is your explanation to this? I mean,
So
wow.
this is my observatory, but it's my observatory in the world of surrealism. And, you know, it's like, obviously it's a brain, so it's like invoking if this is like a living organism. But if you think about it, our first observatory was this, like where we sit here and peer out into the universe with these optics that we have. And so, you know, this, when you close this becomes the third eye. And if you follow that back, there's a pine cone, which represents the pineal gland. That's the only gland in our body that is regulated by light photons. They travel down your optic nerve and go into the middle of your brain and hit your pineal gland. When you're getting light photons in your pineal gland, it causes serotonin to be released, which wakes you up. When you take away light photons, it causes melatonin to be released, which puts you to sleep. But it's also where DMT is stored and can be released. Normally that only happens when you're born, when you witness something traumatic, when you die, but it also can happen when you're dreaming. And so the surrealist movement, many of the artists that started this, their inspiration came from the dream world, and they would do things to purposefully have powerful dreams and then get out and paint them. So when you have wild, vivid dreams, it's usually because a small amount of DMT was released into your brain while you were dreaming. So in the back here, you see there's this little virus, and the telescope itself is inspired by a virus. And I put that there because all of us have bacteria and virus in our body, and it can cause us to make choices. Like, you can have a bacteria that makes you crave sugar, and if you stop eating sugar enough, you could eventually have that bacteria die down and not crave sugar anymore. And so it's like, I think I'm conscious and in control of my body, and this mind and body is mine, but there's a whole bunch of other organisms that are, you know, living with me that can even affect my choices. You know, you'll notice that there's clocks all over this, and some of them are upside down, some of them are right side up. This telescope comes from another dimension, right? That's the infinity mirror behind, is to invoke that feeling of multiple dimensions surrounding us. How do we know in another dimension time isn't going the other direction? And you know, that led me to think, well, like, what is consciousness? Would time exist without consciousness in life? And I don't think you could have them apart. Like, time would not matter and would not exist if there wasn't something alive to be born, live, and then die. And so time is a factor of life. And to me, that's just really something phenomenal. And you'll notice in here, there's this painting that's a famous surrealist painting that says, in French, "This is not a pipe." And I put that there because as a pipe maker for 27 years, when I started doing this, I had people that told me I would never get a loan for a home, that I would never be able to participate in society, and that I was no better than a drug dealer because I was making these pipes. And so I had to hide and put my nickname Hic Dog on it because I was afraid to put my name James Lynch on a pipe. And that led me to also trying to make pipes that didn't look like pipes, like trying to hide the fact that it was a pipe. And so, like, I can stand here and say this is not a pipe. It is. It's a really good pipe that functions quite well, but it's a work of art. It's not a pipe. So
100% work of art. So the brain closes up, you said?
it does. Here, I'll show you real quick.
Joo, se menee kiinni toi koko kuva.
Remove this virus.
Oh, wow. That is amazing, brother.
So on the front of this, you'll notice the door and the clocks, they start to make a face. And this is a thing that humans experience, where we are so biologically programmed to see eyes and mouths and the nose in nature that we will see it in things. We will see it in patterns, like, and it's just something that is very ingrained in the human condition. So, you know, it's like these are just doors and windows, but they become the face and the brain, obviously. So, you know, with this piece, it makes me want to talk about how consciousness and life and our definition of what is sacred life is going to evolve over the next 100 years. Like, we have this debate about pro-choice and pro-life, but what is it going to be when we take a human consciousness and put it in a computer? Is that computer hardware now sacred life to be protected at all costs? Same the other way. If we took a sentient AI and put it into an organic brain, which we probably will do someday, is that now considered sacred life because it's conscious and it's in an organic structure. So I think that our pro-life, pro-choice debate will change drastically over the next 100 years.
Hey, dude, you're so deep. Thank you so much, Hic Dog. I said you're one of my favorite people, as far as and favorite artists, brother.
Thank you.
It is always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to see you. I appreciate your love and support of the community and everything you do so well. So
Thank you, brother. Much love and respect. Peace.